when you're thinking about getting a sleep supplement, you need to really look at the science, because here's what people are saying now, and it's trickery. Clinically studied ingredients. Okay, when you see that, big red flag should go up, because what that means is each individual ingredient may have been studied 20 years ago by somebody. Does not mean that the company that is making that supplement tested that ingredient. That's number one. Number two, when you see that the data has been published in a journal, go find it. 9 times out of 10, what you will discover is it's either a pay-for-play journal, which is in science, you can actually pay somebody to publish your papers. That is a thing, but the general public has no idea, because these journals have these very journal-sounding names, like the Journal of International blah-de-blah, and you think, oh my gosh, that sounds fantastic. It must be real.
Very legit. Yeah.
Right, and all you do is you pay them $2,000, and guess what? Your paper gets published. And then the other thing is, read the science. If there's only one paper out there that shows that magnesium helps with sleep, magnesium probably doesn't help with sleep. The good news is there's a lot of papers out there about magnesium sleep, and so it probably does. But you see what I'm saying is people need to be, unfortunately, your own scientist. And anytime that you see something that's got more than 3 ingredients in it, let's just throw everything in that we can possibly imagine and hope it works. And that, I think, is another form of placebo, if you will. It's kind of the opposite. It's like the everything's placebo, you know? It's like, let's just throw it all in there and see what happens. Also, I think people just want stuff to work. You know, at the end of the day, people are tired. The number one thing that people do to get themselves to sleep at night is drink alcohol. Gosh, I couldn't think of a worse thing to do. I'd rather you use cannabis than use alcohol for sleep. Let's be fair, okay? So people always ask, cannabis, oh my God, I can't believe you'd say something like that, Michael. Well, a large part of insomnia and difficulty falling asleep has to do with anxiety. I know there's a substance out there that's becoming legal rather quickly that definitely seems to help people with anxiety, which is cannabis. However, when you go to high THC levels, it does the opposite. It actually makes people anxious. So we don't want to have something that would have a high THC level to it. We also know that there's a substance called CBN, which is actually oxidized THC, which seems to have actually shown in the data to reduce arousals at night. That means awakenings. So if we had something with a little bit of THC to lower your anxiety, a little bit of CBN to be able to lower the number of awakenings, and I stuck you on a schedule, that might actually work. And I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Let's be fair. It's a stressed out kind of world. Now, I am not suggesting smoke pot to relieve all your stress, but I am saying that there is a medicinal aspect to cannabis that, you know, there are lots of people out there on anxiety medications, which, by the way, are highly addictive, don't really work very well, and can kind of mess people up. We don't want to stone ourselves to sleep, just like we don't want to pass out from alcohol. With cannabis, I think you could do something quite similar and have it be effective.